the family of Katlego Bereng, whose charred body was found in cell 35 at the Mangaung Correctional Centre, says it's disappointed but relieved with the new developments. This after the state witness told the court how Bereng's body was left for 5 days in a room known as the dark room in Mangaung at the Correctional Centre, this emerging at the bail application of 5 people accused of assisting convicted rapist and murderer Thabo Bester to escape from the Mangaung prison. For more on this, let's cross live now to SABC News senior reporter Chriselda Lewis. Chriselda, let's just start with what you mentioned in the headlines there, that more details emerging about how Thabo Bester escaped from prison. I think this is what has been intriguing South Africans for a very long time. Is there anything more of substance this time around?
Oh, absolutely, Tepi. So just to give you a wrap of what took place today, the bail applications, of course, of those 5 accused has been postponed to May the 16th. The defense was due to cross-examine the investigating officer who was on the stand, but asked for more time to consult with their clients following the officer's evidence. Remember, this is the same day, Tepi, so that Thabo Bester, Dr. Nandipha Makutumana and her father, Cornelius Sekeleni, are back in court. It's expected that section of the matter will be postponed. I'm talking about the appearance of Thabo Bester, Dr. Nandipha Makutumana, as well as her father. That will be postponed, and then we will continue on the 16th of May with the bail applications of these 5 that were in court today. But Tepiso, in startling revelations, the investigating officer who was on the stand, in the state's bid to deny bail to the accused, he told this court of how Bester escaped from the Mangaung prison in a G4S guard uniform, and how on the 29th of April 2022, former G4S security supervisor Sinohe Matware, who you would know is accused number 1, drove into the prison with a corpse which was allegedly claimed by Dr. Nandipha Makutumana. So the car that Matware allegedly used to enter the prison facility with that corpse, the investigating officer says was hired by Dr. Nandipha Makutumana's father, Zolile Cornelius Sekeleni. So you'll ask yourself the question, then how did the corpse land in Matware's possession? The corpse, according to the investigating officer, was claimed by Dr. Nandipha Makutumana. She said she was claiming it, according to the investigating officer, purporting it to be Zanda Moyo's brother. That is the name that has come up. She claimed she was assisting this Zanda Moyo to have the corpse buried, but that corpse was then taken to the mortuary, and that mortuary was supposed to bury the corpse. Now we understand some funeral service was held at a certain house here in Bloemfontein, and this is where Matware allegedly then obtained that corpse. That corpse was never buried, and investigators later found that bags of meal had been found in that coffin. So we also learned, Tepi, so that proper security processes were not followed. When this entire saga was unfolding, one of the officials was sent on a fake emergency, and that's how the car that Matware was allegedly driving was able to get in. One of the other accused number 6, Buti Masukela, who is also applying for bail, who was a security guard at the time, allegedly then helped Matware to store that body at a workshop on the premises of that facility. Teboho Lipolo, who's also Dipolo, who is also accused number 3 in this matter, a former CCTV installer. We understand then on the next day, after the body had been brought into the facility, placed the body in a trolley dustbin and basically pretended he was cleaning the prison yard. He was taking it to Broadway, is where Bester's cell basically was, and he took it in through an emergency door that was there. We also heard that Matware was allegedly paid, according to the investigating officer, plus minus 150,000 rand. These are numerous transactions we understand to have been made by TK Nkwana who we understand now is one of the aliases that was used by Thabo Bester. And these payments to Matsware, according to the investigating officer, had started in April 2022. This was a month before the escape had taken place. So he allegedly also paid. Now, Matsware is also alleged to have paid from that money Teboho Dipolo, who's a CCTV installer, the former CCTV installer, as well as 40,000 rand was paid allegedly to Dipolo, and CCTV control room operator Diao Mahota was paid 14,000 rand. These are some of the startling revelations that have come out, Tshepiso, from this evidence that the investigating officer was giving in this matter.
Chriselda, let's go back to the issue of the body being claimed by Dr. Nandi Pamakutumana, and she purported to be Zanda Moyo's brother. The body, that is, she claimed that she was assisting Zanda Moyo to have that corpse buried. Is there a better understanding of what she claimed was the relationship between them, or the extent to which they knew each other to be involved in the grand scheme of the escape plan?
Well, none of those came through, Tshepiso, in the evidence, basically, in the witness box that was given by the investigating officer who took the stand. All that we understood when he was being asked questions by the state, he basically said that Dr. Nandi Pamakutumana had basically went to claim this body at a hospital, a mortuary here in Bloemfontein, and basically said that she was assisting Zanda Moyo's brother, and basically she would then assist in this process of burying the remains of this particular person who was being claimed at this particular facility. So not much detail about that, Tshepiso, on who this Zanda Moyo is, what the relation is with this so-called Zanda Moyo. But what we're hearing from the investigating officer now is that that was the very same body that was then taken into the G4S facility, the Mangaung prison, and that was used as a decoy in the escape of Thabo Bester.
Chriselda, thank you very much. My colleague Chriselda Lewis, who's live from Bloemfontein.